I wasn't seeing myself as like an entrepreneur. Like I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna be this and that. I was just thinking like, bruh, already football set my life up already for whatever avenue I choose to do. So I was thinking it like past football of that, like football setting that up. So when that didn't happen, that's when I was like, all right, like we gotta find ourselves right now outside of football. Like we gotta make it happen because if we don't, we're gonna drown. We're gonna drown, cuz.
Welcome back to Bang Thinking About a Line. We bridge different gaps in the community. We got our host here, Seth Whitted, and our special guest from Aliquippa, PA, very own Larry Seven Styles Walker, coming here to show us his clothing brand, break down his journey from being a D1 athlete to bringing his own clothing brand to his hometown.
I graduated that spring. I walked. And around that time was around the NFL draft, so I was getting calls about like certain NFL teams being like, yeah, we about to bring you in, we cut this person, or we gonna bring you in after we acquire this and that, and it all be like he say she say talk. So like after months of time, like I was just like, bruh, like I'm out here training, I'm painting walls at my mom's job, like for like bare minimum change. Like I'm like, bruh, this might be over.
Were you paying agents through all this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I was paying.
What other expenses like were you having?
Like I mean, like I've been helping out with my mom with the house since I was like probably 18. So like stuff around the house like that, like throw a little bit here for the cable, throw a little bit here for the Wi-Fi, throw a little bit here for the rent, throw here for help DJ out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like just to be like, I'm not saying I was taking a part of it like I'm like the father. But, like, I played a part of my mom. She the head honcho. And I'm, like, letting her, whatever we need to do to get it done for us three, we going to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, I was doing that. So, you know, cuz, like, we around the age, like, it be lit outside. It be lit. Like, you know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't because, like, you got something in front of you that you see bigger than yourself. And it's like, when you see it not happening, it hurts you. Crumble. Like, you go through it like you don't know who you are no more. Like, I was really losing my mind to the point, like, I'm like, bro, I don't know who am I? I don't know who Larry Walker Jr. is without football. What you mean there ain't no more football? What you mean I ain't putting on no helmet? What you mean I'm not leaving Aliquippa to go play for a team and be out the way for like 6-5 months and then come back and, you know what I mean, everybody smiling, laughing again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was messing me up for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
So talk to me about them steps, about you in the midst of that dark moment, both of y'all, because I think it's something that a lot of people go through. What were those steps to pulling yourself out and finding yourself on the journey? You know what I mean? Because it's never something that ends. You know what I mean? How'd you pull yourself out that dark place? What did it take?
I think the biggest thing is like you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be real with yourself. Like self-reflection, I feel like is everything in that process because it's like if you can't identify what you doing wrong as oneself and what you doing right and what makes you happy and everything, you might as well cut the whole plan out. Like you ain't even got no direction, you ain't got no sense of living, you ain't got no sense of anything because you don't even know yourself. How you gonna want to live right here or do this and that? You don't even know yourself. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's the first part. Then the second part is like, all right, now we gotta make it happen. We men. Like regardless of how you feeling, like if I gotta give ball up, like I cried nights and mornings and daytime, like, cause I felt like with football with me, it was like I'm motivating my brother, I'm motivating my blood cousins, I'm motivating little people from my hood. You know what I mean? Cause I wasn't big, fast, or strong, but I was smart, and they don't even know how to this day how I went and did what I did. You know what I'm saying? So when that football got taken away from me, it was on something like, damn, like. I ain't no motivation no more to them. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like that in a sense. So then it was like, you know what? Now I got to wipe them tears off and be like, we got to make this happen. I like doing this. We're going to do it. Now it's like, and then the last part is executing. You execute that move and then you stand on it. So,
can we go back to that self-awareness piece? Because there are people that'll hear that and be like, yeah. Everybody thinks they self-aware. Like how do you distinguish between what you feel, because it's what you feel, and reality? You feel what I'm saying? And that's for both of y'all.
Bro, that's a crazy ass question, though.
It is, because think about conversations where you talking to somebody and you can clearly see what's going on, but they're too wrapped up in how it feels. They're like, no, it ain't me. It ain't me. It's the people. It's the you know what I mean. They can't. No, you backed yourself in that corner.
I think that answer is only for you to answer. Like it's only for one like, cause at the end of the day, like how you said, people be putting on the front for like how they feel, how they look, whatever.
I don't think they be fronting.
Right.
I think they really feel what they feel.
Right.
They just can't see.
But when that door closed, you don't know what they going through. You don't know what they looking at themselves.
True.
You don't know if they looking at themselves in the mirror crying, like being like, bruh, like I don't even know what's wrong with me. Like I'm putting on like I'm this and that. That's not even me.
Right.
I can't even like that's not me. Or they really going home and being like, yeah, like they wrong, like they dead wrong. But in the back of his head, he like, nah, like I know I was tripping right here. But he'll never say it. You know what I mean? So like that answer is only for you to find out, because I ain't in your house at 11 o'clock at night when you shut that door and them lights go off and you close them eyes, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not there. Like, so that's only for you to answer.
What about how you feel like you be recognizing the difference in those moments?
Well, I'm always able to step back from a scenario, like always have. But I do got this like big part of like feeling like there's more going on. Like I'm always thinking about God and spirituality and just another lens of life, to where like I'm always thinking something's more. Like, what is money's part in this story going on? Mm-hmm. And that can be in like little situations like this, bro.
Yeah.
To where like that's what's going on in my head. Like you said, everybody answer gonna be different on that shit, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think the way I become self-aware to figure out what's happening is, number one, asking what part did I play in this, even if it ain't my fault or don't think it's my fault. Number two, I feel like I create indicators. You know what I'm saying? Like something like pride. If somebody I know that loves me says something and I could feel that sting, I have to sit down and consider it, because this might be that blind spot. Or I keep failing over here. Every month, the finances keep ending up back in this. There's something going on. You know what I mean? So I need indicators. I think I'm good for the most part of recognizing when I'm self-aware, but I be having to create, okay, make sure you...
Because I'm thinking
some
all
blind
the time,
spots.
like when I'm driving, bro, if I'm in the shower, like I'm thinking back conversations and shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
To where it's not systematized, bro. It's so part of my life. Like I remember all my dreams. Like I'm having scenarios in my dreams that's teaching me about life, bro, and about people's characters and how I'm viewing people. Because I'll also even get more introspective and be like, my dreams is only how I interpret the world. Mm-hmm. So this is how I interpret these people. It's not even like that's actually facts. So I even get deeper on that shit, bro.
That's dope. That's humble, because I feel like if I see it and I think it, it's game. If I you know what I mean? And that's arrogant. It's their story. But I'm like, wait, no. You got a problem. I can see your problem. You know what I'm saying? On to point two, you was talking about being a man, and talk to us about your upbringing and what led to that. Like just this mindset of I gotta make it happen. What does that come from? Who does that come from?
I mean, like, to be honest, like when you 9, 8 years old and mom crying, you don't know what she crying about. Mm-hmm. You know what's going on, and like I was a more so like how can I say this? Like I was nosy as a kid. Like so I'm always listening to conversations and like everything. And when you hearing your mom like talking about bills and talking about this and that hurts like bad, like terrible. So like any way you can help emotionally, mentally, or financially, anything as a man for a woman needs, you gotta do that. Yeah. Especially if it's the one that created you. So I feel like that right there, like nothing, my drive or my attitude doesn't happen without my mom. It doesn't happen. Like with me seeing that pain, like real pain, but then she wiping it off, coming to see me and seeing my brother. Yo, y'all want to go to the store? Y'all want to go do this? Y'all want to go to your friend's house? You want to do that? Just so she can like feel good because she see her kids happy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it started at.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Have you got to the point where like you can manipulate that to where like anything can turn you up like that?
Like what you mean?
Like to where like you in a football game,
yeah,
or you got somebody in front of you, you're like, yeah, it's for long dudes. Like,
Oh, bro, every
or
like,
just whatever it may be,
yeah.
like, because you can manipulate even, like, you can take your mom out of the equation and play something else there,
Bro,
and that could be the driver.
I say like with football, bro. Like to answer your question, it was like my life was like that. Like you gotta think about it, like that was just a part of my life that I was able, like in like football. Just to like sidetrack football, I played football so hard and so passionate just to release all the anger and all the like pain and like the cry, like me wanting to cry at night, like just on somebody else, like because I couldn't go beat nobody up, because my mom wouldn't want that to happen. Cause she valued my school, my education so much. You know what I'm saying? Like not get suspended, and I don't want to be on Front Street doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So football was the sport for me to do that. So with my life, bro, you talking about like just a summary of my life. Like I mean, it ain't no different from anybody else from my hood, but it's like moms. You know what I mean? She had a heart. You know what I mean for us. My friends dying, childhood friends getting shot, people going to jail. Family dying, like loved ones from cancer and all that, and like you going through all that in the mix of a kid to middle schooler to teenager, and you got this sport right here in front of you for 60 plus minutes. I could take all that on him. You ain't gotta give me nothing else. I ain't gotta do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that, to answer your question, my life was for that. You know what I'm saying? Not even just like moms was definitely a part of it. Like, especially she was at the game or something, I really got to turn up. Like, I really got to go crazy. But it's like, because she made it happen that I'm here. And I was 7 hours away. So she used to go Fridays to my brother game here at Quip, because me and DJ 5 years apart. So, like, she used to drive from the game here Friday night, leave in, like, Saturday morning early or something, depending on, like, what time my game was, make it all the way to Albany, stay out there, have breakfast, make sure she have breakfast with me before I leave, and she drive all the way back home.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So like that, if that ain't fueling your fire as an athlete, cuz, or as a man, period, or whatever you doing, like I don't even care about, my mom wouldn't even care if I was doing sports. Like if she would come, if I was on Wall Street and I was like, "Ma, can you come see me?" or something like that, I wouldn't even have to ask. She would just come herself. I know she would. And she would come visit me on Wall Street. She would do the same exact thing. Like, you know what I mean, how she would for football. You know what I'm saying? So
It's crazy how all of us, like, I ain't gonna say just Beaver County, bro, just niggas in general across the country, like, we share those stories you named, like, the gun violence, the cancers, the traumas, all those shit. And we all have choices of where to take that shit out at, bro. You feel me? And not everybody chooses that football field. Because I remember 17, 18, I wasn't choosing the right things to. In school, I wasn't. I was getting kicked out of the motherfuckers because I was using those as a different reason. You feel me? But like just seeing that energy now, I got harnessed for like a different reason, bro. That shit do turn you up, bro. You do got them nights crying. Them
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Fire the fuck up, bro. To where like that same energy catches bodies elsewhere.
You know what I'm saying? For real though, like
real
for real,
shit,
like I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's a couple of my friends, like RP to them, and like even the ones that's locked up, like I seen it, like I seen the transition, like I seen it happen with my own eyes. Like something simple, be like, "Yo, gang, I'm about to go work out." Like, da da da. Man, I'll catch you. Like, might go down here, hit a couple moves, and smoke and try to get some ass. Da da da. I'm like, bro, what's up? Like we trying to do it. He'll go this way, I'll go that way. Something simple like that would be the transition part. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it could be the same fuel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The same fuel. Because one side is like, yo, I got to get it to change the situation. And the other side is, I got to get it to change the situation.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's the dilemma in our community. And I think one of the challenges for me, my generation, a lot of us tried to do both. You know what I'm saying? On both sides of the fence. Thinking that was changing the game.
One thing I will add
what I
on
mean?
myself, I always said I gotta help myself and change the situation. I always had my soul,
True
and
story.
my body and mind too, as well, which always factored into my decision to not sell drugs at a larger scale, or move in certain directions, because I have myself in mind. The reason why, even taking a more business approach, you can go into the business world and still not have intentions that you talk about. And like you said, be like Wall Street and shit, and make actions that aren't for the best of your well-being. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how you end up, like you said, like them niggas, or just fast money thinking like
True story.
all the purpose ain't there. You feel me?
Yeah, and I want to talk about that because that's what turned things around for me. It was rock bottom after rock bottom. God gave me all these gifts, talents, visions, and I'm like 27. I'm like, what's up? Like rock bottom after rock bottom, and I'm hungry. And it was a moment where I could just feel God saying, I never told you to try to get it like that. I've given you these things, and I discovered my purpose. Tell us about 7, you know what I mean? 7 Styles, how it was birthed. And I love, because we talked on the phone and you was talking about your boy was telling you about purpose. Tell us this story about how 7 Styles emerged.
So 7 Styles emerged after I was at the University of Albany. After my first year, I wore 25. And then my second year, and then on, I was number 7. So my name is Larry. You know, I mean, not too many people know people that named Larry. You know what I mean? So people wasn't really calling me my first name. So they would come to the games, and I wasn't really outside, and COVID happened too. So like, you're not seeing a lot of people in the mix of that, and especially in New York. Because we led the nation in COVID reports in the state of United States. You know what I'm saying? It was like Call of Duty Nuketown. Like, it was bad because like it was like you got people set up getting Q-tips up their nose over here. You got
Y'all
people
remember that first round of testing?
Yes.
Did any of y'all get that first round?
I did it
Like
twice.
to the brain?
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
To the
Because
brain.
we got tested. We got tested at least twice a week up there. Just the athletes, just to stay up there, because the athletes fund the money for the school. So we was getting tested twice a week. But then you fast forward, like,
Nigga, they was hitting your brain twice. a
yes,
week.
yes, bro,
That's
yes.
crazy.
For us to stay up there and play football and being able, and not even just us football players, but it was everybody, all sports, everybody. So when people come to the game, you know, like the announcer would be like, "Oh, number 7, Larry Walker Jr., Larry Walker Jr." But everybody knew me as Larry Walker Jr. They'll never just call me Larry. But then it transitioned to when my homies and my teammates call me 7. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm 7. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, that's a football name. Yeah. So I was like, so then one day I'm in my dorm, young 20-year-old, you know what I'm saying, just playing around on IG. All I did, cuz, was just put an L and a 7 in my bio. I ain't never tell nobody call me that. I ain't never say that's my name. I never said none of that. I come home from school that same year. L7, what up? Da-da-da. Like, this people from my hood now. So now I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's for real now. Then when I go back up,
Crazy.
Appreciate that, okay.
Then
So like
it's
the
S2. That
yeah,
shit's
so
hard.
like the L7 is like that lightning bolt slash in half is an L7. Then you got the 7 Styles over it. So we'll get to that though. Watch. So it's like this. So then when I went back up to school, now it's like my teammates call me that. People around campus call me that. You got females calling you that. So now I'm like, okay, like this, okay, this is cool. Like, you know what I mean? So then transition to my senior year. I'm going in my last year, me and my boy MJ. My boy Isaiah Tyler, he do Camp NSL. He mentioned to both of us like, yo, y'all did so much for y'all programs. Like, there's no reason why, because it was first year NIL. He's like, there's no reason why y'all shouldn't have none. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why that y'all put in all this pain, y'all put in all this work. Y'all need to brand yourselves. Y'all need to, like, he the first person that put in my head.
This
like,
when NIL first came
yeah,
out, right?
yeah. So, like, he was, like, the first person to put out, like, yo, market yourself. Like, you have to. If someone ain't gonna do it, you got to. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be in this lane just yet or this other lane, but you're Larry Walker Jr., you're MJ Devonshire. Like, y'all are known football players at your school. There's no reason why y'all shouldn't brand yourself. So we like, bet. So we designed some shirts. And it was like the football shirts, like it was like 3 of me and whatever, and it was like L7 shirts. So that like did numbers for a little bit, you know what I mean? But it was through football. That was our identity itself. So then like in the mix of it all, like now I'm locked in for the league after the season. So now I'm like, the clothes is like here and there, like if you want a t-shirt here, if you want, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing crazy. But then like when football was looking dead, that first year, like when I was 23 going to 24, I was like, dang, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know who I'm going to be. I don't know what's going to go on. I don't know. I don't even know who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just naturally progressing, you know what I mean? Getting back to myself, you know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to do something with fashion. Like, I remember me writing my goals, like, when I was, like, 11. And one of my long-term goals was, like, I want to have my shoe company. Cause I was like one of the pretty boy kids, bro. Like if I got to stand on my shoe or something, we outside or something, I might cry.
Yeah.
Like I might, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw a fit. You know what I mean? My shirt get a little dingy, I'm gonna throw a fit. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to design shoes, but that didn't like. Now it didn't like correspond like and like make sense for me to do it. You know what I mean? Cause it's a lot of work for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, like my homie do clothes. Like why don't I like try and get into it? So I asked him. I said, yo, I'm trying to do clothes. Da da da. He said, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like he stopped what he was doing. Like looked at me in my face. Like he said, cuz like if you really want to do this, like you gotta do it for a purpose. You can't just do this for $1. You can't just do it because I seen too many people die out. Like, you know what I mean? Because he started back when we was in high school. Like, so he got years in it. He about to be 10 years in it. Like, he was a sophomore. I was a junior when he first started. You know what I mean? So he telling me that, and I'm like, okay, bet. So now I like got off the phone. I left it alone. Then I was just by myself, just like, yo, like, I want this to be something with me in it, but also what I'm trying to like push for. So like the 7 part is like, I think it represents like purpose. Like it represents like over time, like you building up to who you are becoming. You know what I'm saying? Because without me going to Albany, there ain't no 7. There ain't no L7. There ain't no da da da. But I had to find myself, my own self, and be true to myself for that. So that's why the 7 part's in there.
It represents the journey.
You get what I'm saying? The styles part come from now everyone has their own kind of style to them. So now you're just, whenever you buy one of these and get one of these clothes, you just throwing your creativity out there. Like you styling it however you want. I seen girls wear one of them cutoff shirts or cutoff shirt with some heels. I seen an old man wear a hoodie to church. You know what I'm saying? So like everything, this is for everybody in every which way to exemplify your creativity and your style and clothing.
That's dope.
So
what's homie's name?
Isaiah Tyler.
Isaiah?
Ted. Yeah.
Cause that's ahead of your time, man. To understand, to find purpose. Cause I feel like I was always on a mission to change things, transform things, but I was actually chasing money. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, and it wasn't until that last rock bottom that it was like, stop chasing money, chase purpose. And I made way more money than I've ever made when I was chasing money.
Right.
And I feel like for y'all to be on that so early, that's a game changer. And I feel like anybody out there, like, definitely take that message because that's where it's at. We think it's a no-brainer to chase money when we need money. But, like, you don't know where you're going to end up. But if you chase purpose, you most likely going to be where you're supposed to be, where you got the most value to offer. You know what I mean? Where you're most skilled, where you got insight. You know what I'm saying?
You say you've been doing all this shit by yourself. Like, how was some of them long nights? Like, you dealing with your numbers, you dealing with all that shit. Like, that's what scares the niggas our age away, bro. We don't even know where to begin.
So if I can be honest, like, so just to like take y'all through like my like first person view of things. When I first started, it was March 2025. I was still trying to play football because I just got out 24. So like the way that goes is like if you don't go to the NFL, like you sign your rights to the NFL, you got to wait a whole year for CFL, UFL, and all that. So it was coming to that time for someone to get sign me. And I was getting different calls and stuff. My first drop was like end of March, I think. Yeah, end of March of 2025. I got signed literally like 4 days after that. All right, so I'm all the way in Iowa too. This ain't like I'm like in New York, like I'm right there. It ain't like I'm in Ohio. It ain't like I'm in Florida. I'm 2-hour flight away. No, I'm across the country. So now it's like I can't touch this. I can't touch this stuff. I'm not like I can't pass it out. I can't count it myself. I'm not physically in front of it. That was driving me nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like control. I want to promote it this way. Because everybody always want to do something their own way. Like you might agree with somebody, but everybody got their own little. I think it should be this, or I think I'm not there for that. So now it's like, yeah, I got the numbers and stuff. I'm cool, but like when you're not there to like give it out to people, when you're not there to like shoot a photo shoot or shoot a video shoot, if you're not there, like period, it's not the same for when you all in. You get what I'm saying? It's not the same. So like that was really like probably the most time was driving me crazy in them 3 months because in the mix of them 3 months, I just started too. So like now, when I was first started, I'm like, yo, this gotta go. Because you can't start off bad, because if you start off bad, you're gonna be digging yourself a hole before you even try to like go forward. You know what I'm saying? So that right there was probably the hardest part. And then when I came back, now it's like, okay, now you hear what you're gonna do. Now it's like, what do people want? What do people want to do? Then I had to go through different manufacturers. Then I had to go through different orders, different this and that. Like so much different stuff leading up to now.
Run that back a little bit. You said you was having to go through different manufacturers.
Yeah. So my first manufacturer, he ended up making like the hoodies was a success. The beanies, I had someone else make the beanies. But then, like, my last year's summer shirts, if you notice, like, the first cutoff shirts, the first version of it, the girl is, like brighter. But it was from someone else. And it was, like, bad material. Like, you wash it one time, it's falling off, whatever. So you trying to go through that in the mix of you trying to play your next drop. Oh, you got, like, 5 people on your line. Like, yo, like, what's wrong with my stuff? Like, da-da-da. Now you got to retrace back, solve that. Get that finished because you got to handle that. Because if you don't handle that, you're already on a bad foot. It's over with. 7 Styles is done. They got cheap clothes. They fault. As soon as you put it in the washer, it's over. Now we got to eliminate that. So then I had to transition. Again, my boy Tig, Isaiah Tyler, he put me on this other manufacturer that he did all these clothes. And we've been just running with him since. And that right there, once that happened in the mix of last summer, like in probably like end of June, that's when like, okay, like now I'm like in motion. Now I'm in routine now. Now I'm like, I can like piece this up now. Now I can have fun with it. You know what I mean? So them long nights stopped. Like it was a stop after that, to be honest.
How'd you deal with them customers?
So, I mean, the customers was like, I just was like real honest with them. I was just like, look, like this, I'm sorry this happened. I apologize. I got this new manufacturer, I'll supply you with a new shirt. Ain't no biggie. You know what I mean? Like ain't nothing problem with that because it's like, y'all are customers. Y'all are clients. What am I going to do to y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all help me help y'all. And that, not even the sense of the money thing, but it's like, I'm blessed for you to put my clothes on and wear it anywhere.
Right. What advice do you have for handling that? Because I've noticed in our community, there's a higher standard in the black community. Mm-hmm. Like, you mess up one time with black people, it's like, oh, here's why I'm shop with niggas. We don't do that with nobody else but each other.
You're right, though. Yeah.
So for business owners who are going through that, and let's talk to the customers too.
Yeah.
How do you inspire them to handle those kind of moments in the way that you did?
So, I mean,
I'm sure some of them was angry.
Right, yeah. So for starters, talk to people how you want it to be talked to back. You know what I'm saying? Respect is a good thing to have as a human. You know what I mean? Between male or female, male, female or female. For the people that with the brands that supplying, I say just don't listen to the tone of voice. Listen to the message and just solve it. Put your pride to the side. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, if they call you about that shirt and you do what you need to do for that shirt, they'll come back for something else. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it cool. Don't get your pride, because that's the thing in our black community too. Be like, who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But for real though, like that's how it be, and it's like,
fucked up my chicken.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So then you eliminate all that, and then for the customers, only thing I can say is just please respect us. We got a lot on our plate on a day to day, So just help us, help y'all, and we can all be happy and just be having some style or whatever we need to do. So.
So, in terms of where did fashion come from? Talk to us about that. Like, how did this journey begin? Like, how did you get into fashion?
So, my mom and dad always kept me in, like, fly clothes, like, in the FUBU fits, and, like, the Felines, and the Nike fits, and da-da-da. But, like, every time, like, say if, like, one of my friends would have a party, or say if, like, I got invited to this function here or something, like, when I was, especially from elementary school all the way up till I got to high school, my mom would be like, my mom would be super hyped for that because, like, she would coordinate my whole outfit from top to bottom. Like, literally, like, I'm talking about, like, I'm rocking denim vest at 12, denim leopard vest. Like, you know what I mean? I'm rocking Soulja Boy glasses with different pants. And that, like, she's like, I'm watching her really style it. Like, she cut up some of my jeans before. Like, she cut them out. So dressing me like that and really going piece after piece after piece after piece. Like, this goes with this goes with that goes with this. And it's from different brands and all that. She put me on for real. You know what I mean?
ever sit down with mom and design?
Oh, yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, fun fact. So, the shirt, I feel like that set me up. Like, that cutoff shirt, the blindfolded shirt. Everybody in the hood loved it. Everybody in the county loved it. All my friends that's in the league and famous and doing all that, they loved it. I was really contemplating in my house at like 8:30 on a random summer night. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this, man. Like, this is weird. Like, this is weak. Like, she like, let me see. Like, come on. I'm like, nah, like, it's weak. She like, nah, let me see. As soon as I turned my iPad, she said, yo, you is crazy. Like, drop that. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? When I heard that, I said, oh, yeah, we doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no question. Because, like, you dress me. You the reason why I got some style. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking your word for it before anybody else.
And that's what I meant earlier by indicators.
Yeah.
Like, you was in your own way.
Mm-hmm.
That trusted voice is one of those indicators. Okay, boom, boom. That's what I meant. So that's fire. Shout out to Mom Dukes.
So you got an iPad and shit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What app you be using to
Procreate.
design? Procreate. I knew he was going to say that's fire. Okay. He said he is an artist.
Yeah.
That's funny. I think a lot of us in our community, we don't see ourselves as artists. If you use the word creative, but I feel like we be thinking of artists, we think of painters.
See, that's what I'm saying. I be like trying, like when people be saying like I'm an artist and then that, I be saying like nah, because I don't want to take it away from the people who actually do art.
That's what
like
I'm saying.
one day, I swear, like one day I really want to, because I want to get on that level of like Vogue and like Louis V Fashion Week and like Paris Fashion Week and all that. I feel like them people, the reason why if you look back on it, are the people who own Louis V, Prada, and all them, they were into like art. Like they know studies of art, they know studies of this and that. But that's a whole different realm. So it's like this. So what I'm saying is like this. Right now, I'm handling like the streetwear kind of aesthetic. Mm-hmm. What I see myself as is like, in a couple years, I want to go every aesthetic that you could name. Everyone. Like, we taking care, like, it's a 7 style store. Like, you know what I'm saying? We taking care of everything. You want a suit, you want a dress, you want a button up, you want a t-shirt, you want this. I'm fitting every aesthetic that you can name. But the only way I can do that while I'm designing clothes is to open my mind up to something else in a different aesthetic, in a different way. That's what them do. That's what I'm getting at. What they did to put themselves on for now, this is a legacy brand. Like, Louis V is a legacy brand. Mm-hmm. Gucci is a legacy brand. Prada is a legacy brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That right there, that's why they hold so much weight and everything. You know what I mean? So
I feel it. I gotta push back on it. Like, just because I can't see other people holding a certain standard to it. Like purists, all that. Like,
oh yeah, no, that's crazy. That's a different level of stuff. Like, but I'm just saying, like,
I feel like what I see here, this is art. Like, this is like you
appreciate that,
artist.
Bro.
There's somebody who says, "Oh, I can't consider myself this because of Larry, because of Seven." You know what I'm saying?
Even the same thoughts you have when you like, I don't know about this. Like, that's how niggas feel about music. Or they best painting they ever made.
Yeah.
And they gotta go talk to the council,
Facts.
aka your raise and shit. Like, that's artist shit, bro.
Facts.
You feel me?
Yo, so how did you handle? Because here's something, like, we got this program with the youth. Right now, we've been talking about visibility wound. And the visibility wound is the moment you popped out and that first bit of resistance, jokes, whatever came. Like, I know when you first showed up, moms had you styled fresh. It's probably different than what everybody else is doing. The jokes was coming. The humiliation.
With the soldier boy glasses. I know them.
That's the moment that triggers people to get a visibility wound and they forever hide.
Yeah.
How you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that.
So, I mean, it was a mixed response with me because, like, I had luckily I was, like, brought upon, like, with my older relatives and stuff, like my cousins and stuff like that, my friends. So, like, they would feel that void of, like, someone, like, say if, like, someone would be like, yo, why you got that on? Like, why you got them chains on your pants? Like, what kind of shirt is that? What you got? They'll be like, yo, that's hard, bro. Don't listen to him. Like, you got your own person. Same thing you said about the indicators. I kept hearing that from, like, grown people. So it's like, bro, I don't care what they saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's grown people saying I'm fly. These people know, they really know what's going on. I'm seeing them rocking rocker wear, Coogee, all this stuff, all the clothes I want to wear. And they telling me the stuff I got on fly, I don't care about that. But
I didn't get no weak answer. Like I just saw it. I ain't never cared what niggas say.
nah, bro. I'm being honest, bro. I'm gonna be real honest with it.
Take that support, bro.
Yeah.
Humans.
Facts.
Yeah, so shout out to moms. What role did Pops play in all this? Like I hear a lot about moms.
So
moms
Pops was real rugged to the point like Nas like he was like not beating on me and stuff, but like he was real like I think my Pops seeing me as like more mature for my age. You know what I mean? Especially my dad was a like dope boy back in the day, so like you know how that is. Like especially I'm his first son, like so I was seeing a lot that I wasn't supposed to see that he ended up seeing, and he had to like make a decision whether to try to keep hiding it from me or like be real and upfront with me. And like he been real with me and upfront with me like since I was like 9. Like yo, this is what's going on. This is how it is. This is what I'm doing. Or like then as I got older, the responsibility got bigger. The gun right here, after our house got broken into like twice. You know what I'm saying? This right here if you need it, or this right here. You know what I mean? Like he telling me all this. And we having no conversations like it's not normal father and son conversation. This is man to man. Like you seeing me as a bigger limelight than I'm already seeing myself. I'm only 12, 13. But then I'm taking in consideration like I'm getting put on game, even though it's not what I'm a 13-year-old supposed to be hearing. But I'm glad I'm hearing it because he know I'm not about to take it and run with it and do bad with it. You know what I mean? So I say like my dad, he taught me tough love. You know what I'm saying? He was real hard on a couple things. He was real cool though, like calm, you know what I'm saying? But that dope boy life in the mix of everything of that, it was hard, you know what I'm saying? Cause what you mean like our house got broken into? What you mean like he getting caught up in trouble with the feds? What you mean he like we got money right here this week, but then we ain't got it this week because the feds on our trail or sales ain't getting off. What you mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I know like how it is in certain aspects of that, but I appreciate my dad for that. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I am the person, the man I am without my dad involved in my life, whether it be good or bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can hear from your story the way you talk about moms and pops and everything that comes from them. Where those 3 steps that you mentioned earlier come from, you know, just being self-aware, standing up as a man, and execution. You could see how all of that is molded you to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the importance of having that balance of both of those parents, whether they're in the same home or not, having those strong figures created the balance of you, man. Shout out to moms and pops.
Yeah, cause I got a similar upbringing for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so you know how I feel to like, you feel like sometimes like you in rooms and people like certain conversations that don't even excite you. Mm-hmm. Cause it's like, bro, like y'all worry about the wrong stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not even the same kind of, we not even in the same kind of mind frame right now. Like we not, you know what I'm saying?
Cause my pops was in this shit too, but he never glorified that shit.
Yeah.
Like I always want to be like him. Because like nigga, that's your dad. But like he never glorified certain things to me. Yeah. You feel me? But like obviously I'm gonna follow along regardless in a certain bad things. But like I was a nosy ass kid too, bro. But I was the type of little nigga to throw like a fitted hat on. I think I was G Unit. So like there was certain shit, bro. My pops was not telling me, bro, because like nigga, I was a badass little nigga, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
That's an important conversation because a lot of times kids don't do what you tell them. They become who you are. And in our community, sometimes who our influences are is a cycle that needs to be broken. For the both of you, and I guess this should just be a conversation between all 3 of us, how have you what was the strategy to breaking the cycles of making sure, okay, you know what? Here's where I got to go this way. You know what I'm saying?
So, you want to go? Or you
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So, bro, my shit was hard. Like, I was 16 living out Cleveland. And we living in a duplex, bro. We only staying on, like, the first floor. Like, shit fucked up. Niggas, there was nights sleeping with coats on because there ain't no heat in that shit. You feel me? he'd only work in the shower for 3 minutes, so niggas gotta wash up quick. A lot of shit going on. That's just to show y'all just a little glimpse, you feel me? To where like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about basketball. Like, bro, niggas gotta do their jobs. Like, bro, I'm already ahead of shit to like, bro, I'm not worrying about sports. Like, what the fuck? Like, I wanna, like, y'all mean, there's shit that needs figured out, bro. There's too much chaos. So I stopped playing sports, bro. And it was a rebellious act against my dad, and also me wanting change, and also me wanting to be heard, and also me wanting to fit in at school too as well. Cause niggas was dressed. I was living out Cleveland at the time. Niggas dressing a whole. I'm buzz cut with Adidas equipment shoes on, formal milk clothes. I'm like, nigga, like I gotta catch up. Y'all mean? So that was like that first thing. Saying fuck basketball was big, bro. Yeah, I mean, and during that shit, it was a storm, nigga. Like, I wasn't even speaking to my pops. Like, he'd take me to school, pick me up from school, bro. That was it, bro. Like, niggas was not talking for months. Yeah, I mean, and I love my pops. We like, you know, everybody human, so I understand him. Like, he was taking it emotional, personal. Yeah, I mean, he going through his own journey. You feel me? That was hurtful for his son, prodigy or whatever, to do that. Yeah, I mean, but niggas trusted through the storm somehow, bro. You feel me? And that shit taught me how much shit is way bigger than sports, bro. And I really never looked back on that shit. Like I never really put anything first again. Once basketball died to me at 16.
Yeah.
You feel me?
How about you? How you feel like you've broken generational cycles from continuing?
I say, like, for me, for the most part, it's just understanding the history of, like, my family, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, that was big for me because, like, everyone had their own stories about my dad, my uncles, this and that. So, like, for me, I'm seeing it as, like, oh, they cool. Like, you know what I mean? You got this side of people saying this. You got this side of people saying that.
Which don't help all the time.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you dealing with that, and that's all I'm seeing right there. But then you got the other side from where I'm at, I'm blessed to be from, that people making it out from sports. So, like, now you seeing the pros and cons of that. Well, after what I just told y'all, what I told you that I'm going through at my crib, I'm like, my friends going in that direction where my dad and them was doing, I'm not bringing that to my fam, cuz. I'm not bringing that because I seen the pain in my brother and my mom. I seen it. I was like, I never put them in situations like that. So that really registered for me doing that to the point where, like, I'd rather take my chances in this because it's more pros than cons in that. And the more of life kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just took it and ran with it. And
isn't that crazy to think about, though? Because, like, nigga, it's football.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's thrown in all of our faces. Like, imagine if we had more options.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. But I feel like, too, like, it's whatever, like, I feel like we should have more avenues for the kids to find themselves, in a sense. Because I agree, bro. Football, basketball, baseball, swimming, sports period is not for everybody. Mm-hmm. People got their own beliefs about it, and everything. But at the same time, whatever your niche is, like whatever you like to do, we can find that for you, gang. If you like, that's why there's so many different, like, it's kids at my school right now, in high school, that's getting scholarships to go play, to be in, like, a computer sports game. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's different. You couldn't say that back in, like, 15, 10 years ago. They'll say that's stupid. So, like, now I feel like that would be better for everybody if we created that for the kids. Because they're seeing a lot more than we ever seen.
It come down to that exposure.
You know what I mean?
I also think in our community, like, the options can be there, but the culture has to follow it in a way that champions it.
Mm-hmm.
Because in our community, at that ages of 15 to 25, I feel like we gravitate towards whatever is either going to bring us the most money, is going to bring us respect, and that the women want. So if computers is the thing that got the chicks flocking.
No, I'm about to say not in order.
No, not in order. Because it could be, you could want two of the three.
Right.
If the chicks want the computer dudes, they there. Streamers, boom, boom. That's where the young guys is going to be. They want respect, And it's been a issue in our community. Sports have always given us that respect. The streets will give you that respect. I think there have been other options, but those things, chess club ain't bringing you that. You feel what I'm saying? That's why there has to be a strategy. Like, that's why I like what you're doing with the clothing, because you can see the community and the streets is getting behind it. So other like, oh yeah, I want that too now.
And
everybody, you know what I mean?
Get accomplished. Like when we see, even in Hollywood, bro, like Hollywood is whited out. Like the world of people we see with certain jobs, certain things. Like the niggas that we see with the bucks is the athletes and the celebrities by fucking design.
Starting to be business people too.
Yeah.
I say business people in the black community. It's coming along.
Do you feel like that's you though, seeking that out? And
Yeah, maybe. Cause do y'all know about like John Hope Bryant?
from you.
Okay. Cause I do feel like business and the black entrepreneurship is starting to make its way up there.
It's starting to elevate.
Right.
It
'Cause
is.
real estate, I feel like women are starting to respect it in the black community. You know what I'm saying? It almost close.
Because I feel like
You know what I mean?
you can argue that there's people like learning less.
Yeah.
You said that are learning less?
Yes, like there's actually a gap widening in our community.
1,000%. One thing I do want to talk about, what you started talking about before we were recording, was building a team. Let's talk about those challenges. I'd love to talk about some of the things we've been going through over the years. Maybe there's some things people can pick up and learn. Maybe there's some things we can learn from each other. Talk about the challenges of trying to build a team and what kind of strategies you've tried so far.
I feel like in life you don't really know a person until like stuff really hit the fan, because like that really shows like their character in like a heated situation when them shots is really firing, or like if that house is really burning down, like what you about to do. So I think like building a team with me is like over the past couple of years, even like through football, like I learned this through football, like not everybody is around you for the right reasons. We was talking about family, we was talking about friends, we was talking about everybody. So it's to the point where like my challenges for myself with a team is like I can't. It's people that because I'm a genuine person. Like, you know what I mean. I'm real genuine. Like if I rock with you, I rock with you. You know what I mean. So it really be hurting me when like it be people I'm 10 plus years with, 15 plus years with, that I can't deal with you no more. Like it was easy for football because it's like, all right, cuz you going to the streets, I'm going to try to go to the league. You do what you do, whatever. We kids, whatever. As grown people, though, like, I think that strikes a more of a nerve, because it's like, dang, cuz this whole time, like, that's how you was looking at it. That whole time, you was really seeing it in that limelight instead of, like, you know what I'm saying? That hurts you for real. So, but you got to look past it and identify, don't let it cover up the people that's really there for you, though. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have a team, but, like, only reason why I'm saying, like, it's not a team for this yet, because we not all in yet. Like, not everyone all in for it like how I am. Which, respectfully, I understand, because we just getting started. We still learning how to do certain things. But when it becomes the amount of people that, when it gets on that scenery, that we got to be all in, like, we trying to take this global, I already know who I got. I already know, like, in my idea of things and everything. But it's going to be a test. Because everything in life is a test. You're taking a risk with it.
Yeah. But
I'd rather take the risk of what I got with the people around me, because the indicators, I'm going to always keep going back to that, because that, I feel like, is the story of my life. Indicators. God indicated a lot of stuff for me to go my way, and the only way is my lane, and that's it, to let me be where I'm at. So, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, delegation and trust, that's hard, bro. Especially dealing with the folks we dealing with, but also dealing with ourselves. You feel me? Because we don't always know. Sometimes we might be in our own ways. You feel me?
Especially in wanting to keep the relationship smooth. You know what I mean? I feel like niggas gotta always try. This is where cats who's coming from sports can benefit, because you're used to, like, bro, pick up your block. Talking to each other like that, because that's what it's going to take in business. And sometimes we want to keep harmony and be trying to, and most times the business owner, when that conflict comes up, the business owner just steps in and handles the work. Cause like, dang, I can only trust myself.
Right.
You don't get the work done like I do. Like I gotta be there because you're not going to get this. But me, that was always my excuse. Oh man, every time I try to hire somebody, I gotta step in and overdo it. And what I started doing, which has actually worked, has been to and first off, let me tell you a story. Like when I was doing music in my 20s, the team was there. Like my nigga Wiz, Visionary, Mode, like I had niggas around me, but nobody was really doing anything. You feel what I'm saying? So I had the Dame, I had the people, but like they didn't know what to do. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, why is he not managing? Why is he not blah blah blah? And now what I know to do now is to build the actual system and then train. It never even dawned on me that, okay, I got to figure out what it is that a manager needs to do, what I need, and then train you on, here's what you do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something I challenge everybody to do as you develop your systems, like break out the different parts of the clothing. Here's what the marketing is, here's what this is, and like write it down like it's a training.
Yeah.
So even if you go in a coma, somebody could go look at your list and they can put this person through a 2-week orientation of how to run 7 styles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you got your homeboy who got the mind to be the money guy, boom, here's the system he follows. You know what I mean? And that's the way that you hold niggas accountable.
Yeah.
Because you could be like, yo, what happened here? We didn't do step 7.
Right.
Boom. Okay, I need you to do step 7 or, you know what I mean? We got to part ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All love, but this is just what I need. I understand if you don't like step 7. So that has transformed things because now here's the most important reason why. Because there's a part of 7 styles in which you do that you can't teach. There's something that is there. Might have come from mom, might be natural, straight from God. That's the thing you have to really try to pay attention to and turn it into the training. You know what I mean? Beyonce can only hear what Beyonce can hear. LeBron see what he can see. It's our jobs to pay attention to those things and try to turn that into a training. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other parts is easy. Clean the floor, nigga. But like, what did you feel when you was doing this? What did you know what I mean? So just something that I've learned over just in my 30s and building things now and actually delegating, like really delegating now. Whereas I feel like that was always my challenge, feeling like I can't trust nobody but myself.
Yeah.
But it was me. I didn't have it developed like a machine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just some advice. Once you get there, because I can tell what it sounds like is you're at the stage of maybe even trying to find people. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. But yeah, that's some advice.
Appreciate that, bro.
He actually said what you said. I think you must have been out there when we was talking about it. He was like, I want to know everything first and then delegate.
Nah, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. But that's that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like creating that, and I forget what it's called. Standard operating procedures.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. From every angle, the shit is written out. Here's what we do, how we do it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
System. So you said something on the phone. You said, I don't wait for opportunities. I go get opportunities. Let's talk about that. Because we talk about it all the time. I got this thing where I say, I grew up in defense, survival mode. Mom be like, yo, he's going to be out for a week. Here's what we going to do. We like, let's go, Mom. We been here. Nigga, it's on. Let's go. And then we get out that moment, and they be like, whoo, we got out of there. Cool. We got heat back, and we chilling. And here comes the next one. So it's like, essentially, we going down on offense, waiting for the shot clock to run out. There you go. All right, y'all, defense, let's go. 2.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and nobody ever taught us offense. So when you said that on the phone, I'd love to hear more about, like, where's that mindset of not just waiting for opportunities and going after them? Where's that come from?
It's come from what I was saying earlier about being a man. Like all sports aside, all clothing aside, that's about being a man. Like we are brought on this earth to be men. We are born to lead. We are born to talk a certain way. We're born to when everyone do something or anything goes on, they looking at you. So with that being said, it's on some stuff where like, how can I put this? Like in my lifetime, people been like doubting me and everything I do. regardless if it's sports, whether like we take a deep education. Like they thought I was like on the spectrum when I was a young kid. You know what I'm saying? My mom crying and stuff at the crib. So it's been filled with all this doubt and stuff. And like the only thing I could do is make a play. Like only thing I could do to shut everybody up, to stop all these rumors, to stop all this doubt, to stop all that. I gotta handle my business. You know what I mean? Like to be like to the point where like to put it in simpler terms, I'm on the football field. I'm in college. They questioning my tackling. Cool. I'm mad. I'm heated. I go lay somebody out in practice. I get up. What? Now what? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like taking that as into life term to be like, oh yeah, the bill just hit me. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, we gonna handle that. But now we ain't just gonna handle that. We about to step up. We about to get twice as right. So when we get that bill again, we gonna pay that and we gonna go to Jamaica. You know what I mean? I'm being exaggerating, but I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm just taking y'all through like how I see it more on the offensive side than defense because I've been there. I've been there on the defensive side, especially me being the older sibling in my house. You know what I mean? I'm 17, bro 12. Or I'm 16, bro 11. And my mom talking about same thing. We got to do this, we got to do that, And we do it. We like, oh yeah, we chilling.
Mm-hmm. Comfortable.
Then the whole time we like, what we doing off of it? We ain't making no progress out of it. We not really building nothing out of it. You know what I mean? Then it like takes you into a deeper meaning to be like, bro, as a man, what legacy you leaving? You living in survival mode? If you live in a survival mode, you bring this kid in here, how you expect him to be or her to be great? You putting them already minus 100 of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it all stems back as a man to you gotta make it happen. Got you.
That's fire,
I
man.
feel like he just, also what I'm hearing is niggas is just dogs. Like, niggas don't have step shit. Like, when niggas care about something, niggas put in that extra work. Reasons why you're D1, you feel me? Like, for example, I'm always doing extra shit. Like, I'm a nigga before a hoop session to get up 1,000 shots or like 500 and not tell nobody. You feel me? So like, and not think anything of it though either, bro. Just being like, oh, this is me just sharpening myself. This is me just getting ahead.
Yeah.
But really, not everybody get ahead and shit. You feel me at all? Like, and bro, I ain't missed no bill. Like I said, I ain't lived with my parents since I was 16, bro. I ain't never been late on a phone bill, bro. Like nothing, bro. Like. That shit's always covered first. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like to where like in those little aspects, I'm always just trying to get ahead of things. Like working out, the spiritual side, the mental side, like just anything, bro. I give a fuck about. I'ma do that a little more in that shit. Bro.
I feel like every person, because I've always been addicted to people who have been the greatest. When you study everybody who's the greatest, they're the only ones doing the extreme shit. It's like, what you mean you went to the gym, you got there at 7, Kobe was already there, and then he didn't leave until after you left. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, now I'm going to go listen to Kobe. And he was like, yeah, I needed to show this nigga. Like, I'm not leaving until 30 minutes after he leaves. He's like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I'm that average athlete, right? But that's what I seen sports as my way. I'm the little nigga over at the basketball court in the rain, nigga crying. Nigga like, nigga, we go to the league. Nigga on the bench. I'm 9th man on the bench. Nigga hop in the fence. No, mom, I gotta get Nick, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like that extreme shit is where it's at. And everybody around you will tell you it's extreme. But the people who are at the top of the mountain are like, no, that's what it takes.
One shorty yesterday I heard, she was telling her dude, like, it's too hot outside to be jogging. she was like, severe weather warning. I'm like, what? Like, somebody in Phoenix right now going to work.
Running a whole sweatsuit.
No cap,
running a whole
bro.
sweatsuit with a trash bag underneath.
No
Get
cap.
into it, cuz.
It's sick when you take a second and you think about the spectrum of where shit falls on. Like how you brought up niggas like D3 to D1, that gap's humongous. And then like you talked about like seeing the niggas that go to the NFL, that 1% out of D1. Like that gap is disgusting too. And then you realize, bro, that gap is in the clothing business, in the media world. Like there's really niggas like dogs at that shit. You just see where you fall on that spectrum, and you're just that little tic tac trying to move, bro, against the ocean, bro. Like,
You gotta just keep swimming, cuz. Just keep swimming. Like, it's levels that you gotta reach, but it's like, what you willing to take, cuz? Like, what you willing to do for it? Like, you know what I mean? I was just talking to my boy that I keep bringing up, because he's like one of my close friends, Tig, Isaiah Tyler. We just had a conversation when I was just in Florida for the streetwear event. Like, it's always something more. Like, it's always something more that we can do. Like, we can do like more promo. We can get more models. We can do more better marketing, make it more easier for communication. Do something, cuz, just for like, if we really want to get on that level, if we really want to feed the fam off of clothes, you know what I mean? Like, we got a group chat called Pape Off Pieces. If we really want to make Pape Off Pieces, we got to take it to that extreme. If we want to leave this as a legacy, like, I want 7 Styles to be for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be talking about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, you got to do that extreme. You got to. And but now it's like, I think for us, it's like, we already be feeling like sometimes in some aspects, but then we be like, nah, bro, it's something else. It's something else that we missing. Like, it's something. And we trying to, like, research and figure out and trying to, now it's to the point where now it ain't like no black and white answer. It's like whatever you got going on, and on top of like what how can I say this? What education you could come from everything that you learn and put it in your world to make it more of this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, that's what artists say, bro. No cap, bro.
Like, nah, I'm just talking from
art,
experience. Bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm taking y'all real life like situation and experience. So like, I get what you said, cause with artists, I just like in my like me and humbly speaking, like, I've been around like people that do art, like that really turn art from what they do on the painting to a tattoo to what they do from art to like putting it in somewhere and going to school for it, or like they take their art and putting it in the cooking, like, you know what I'm saying? So like I'll be really like giving them they flowers and more so like I'm making my way for sure. I feel like to be an artist.
That your journey is shitting on that. Like your art.
Appreciate that.
You feel like your art is years worth of a journey back behind purpose and intention. Like that art is shitting on culinary school.
Appreciate it.
It reminds me of like, I remember like with the music days, right? Like I always have known what connects with people, right? And so I always considered myself one of the best, but I never really cared about that. I cared more about connecting. And there would be cats who would be lyrically better. And they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, but you can't connect. So it's like, although I might want to give them the respect, it's like nobody cares, nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got niggas like Walker Flocka, no disrespect, but they're eating off of this because they're connecting, not really doubling down on the lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I feel like the art conversation has a spectrum to it. So you can go the route of being fully into the craft, but are you also connecting with the people? Yeah. You know, I feel like what you're doing, you're connecting with the people and you're learning the craft. So I feel like I get what you're doing. You're giving them their flowers, but I feel like you have to recognize your own flowers.
Appreciate that, bro.
Art is based off like your personal experience, what you've been through. Like how you said, like your mom had to live experiences of different outfits to get to the point to be able to dress you. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And all that compounded experience develop 7 styles. You feel me? Develop something that came into this material world. That is the definition itself. You feel me?
Appreciate that, bro. For real. Appreciate y'all boys calling me an artist. This is the first time hearing that.
So, any last questions you got?
Nah, man, this was fire. I appreciate y'all. Like I said on the phone, like y'all bringing me here. You know what I mean? Like I was telling Money, like it's all like surreal for me because like I used to be dreaming about like stuff like this for like football. You know what I'm saying? I always see myself like sitting in a chair like this, talk about my upbringing and telling my story and telling how I am as a football player, But then it's like crazy how like God like he just show you different signs and show you different ways of how you can live into something else you never could imagine. Mm-hmm. So like this right here is like only being a year in, like it's everything to me. Like I ain't gonna lie, like this right here is everything. Like when this come out and this get edited and this get all that, this is gonna be dope. Like, and I really appreciate y'all for this and like giving me opportunity to not even just tell my story, but to also motivate the next person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about any kind of sales and this kind of stuff. I don't care about anything like give or take. Like, I just really do this to motivate somebody else. Like, my purpose on it, I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. Like, I felt like my purpose on this life to make sure I'm there for DJ. Like, I'm there as a big brother. Like, I'm there. Everything you need, like, I'm there. Like, to mold you up to get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? But then it's like, it's funny how, like, God be throwing indicators at you to the point where, like, you're not just motivating him, you motivating him. Now you ain't just motivating boys, you motivating girls. Now you motivating her. Now you doing this, now you doing that. Now you ain't motivating just the youth, you motivating older people. Now you motivating people. So now it's like coming in full circle, and I'm just blessed, man. Like, I'm just blessed, and I appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah, that's fire, man. I respect what you do.
Appreciate
Appreciate
that,
you
big
coming
dog.
through, dropping
Man,
some
you
gems.
know.
Yes,
You know.
sir.
Shit. That's it. We get cut.